What's up? It's Brian from 95.7 The Rock, hanging out with LeJean and Morgan from Sevendust here at the Cavalier Theater. How are you guys doing?
Fantastic, man. It's a beautiful day.
Yes, love it.
Always good to hang out with Sevendust. It's been a minute. I think I was looking back in the records, man. It's so hard because you guys have been here a number of times. And I know that we had a show here at the Cab a few years back with you guys. We also had one at the Lacrosse Center in the North Hall. That was 2014. Then you guys remembered the show with A7X more than I did. And that was. Tell me about the stage on that one. What happened?
So they broke the barricade. First song, the crowd rushed and broke the barricade and went underneath the stage and broke the beams at the front of the stage. So the whole stage went down and the crowd was underneath the stage. So they're like, cops and everybody are like, stop playing. We're like, we ain't stopping nothing, you know. And they're like, seriously, like, stop right now. The crowd's underneath the stage and the stage is going to collapse on them. So we stopped. They yanked us off the stage and they're like, can't fix the stage. So the show's over. Crowd was getting a little uncool about that. So they just said, you know, we go up and play like a song or two. We're like, all right. So they kept the people away from the stage. It was mayhem. I mean, that was. I mean, we've played a billion shows, but I remember that show clearly. I woke up this morning going, man, that's right. They almost it was almost on the news.
We're a small town, but we don't fuck around when it comes to shows.
Lacrosse has always been a great spot for us to stop, man. We feel like we have a lot of family here, and over the years we've definitely grew, you know, with the people. We've grown up, so it's cool.
Are there any other shows? I mean, obviously, you know, you guys have been doing this forever, 25 years and some change. Are there any other shows that, not big festivals, but maybe, you know, because the big festivals, they're so monstrous, but is there any other shows for any particular reason that really stand out? I know the Rainbow Show, you guys were doing that live. We did a live version of, I think it was Black when you guys were on stage, and you said, turn around, look at the rainbow.
That's Woodstock 99.
Yeah, ooh, I was there. That was so. I left quickly after that one. That one got out of hand fast.
Amazing. That was you know, that's still a dream. I couldn't believe that we were there and to experience that. So yeah, it was really cool.
Any other ones that stand out for any wild times, like broken stages or?
Oh God, yeah, there's so many.
Rap to us.
I mean, I'll say, I don't know, this one comes to mind because we're in this area, but like Wausau, Wisconsin is another place that, you know, was like a really cool spot for us. Like this area of the Midwest, the heartland, is like, it's a home base for us. So we had this manager at the time who was a fucking crook, but I mean, this guy was a legendary. He was from this area too, but anyway, he was a fucking monster. And, he was managing us, and he goes, "We're going to promote our own shows. You know, we're going to do this. We're going to collect the parking money. We're going to get paid for the beer. We're going to get all the money from merch. Like everything is ours." And we're like, "That sounds like that's great, but that's a lot of work." He's like, "You know, I can do this. I know how to do it, so we're going to do it." So we did it that night. It was packed. We played the Wausau. It was one of those ice arena things. And we're headlining this thing. I mean, out of nowhere, it was like, dude, we're the biggest we've ever been, and we're doing it ourselves. And we never really saw any difference in the money because we were making a ton more money, but he was just keeping it. But this particular night in Wausau, I remember after the show, I'm walking around, I'm like, dude, that show was crazy, you know, it was amazing. And, you know, I walk into the production office, and there's hefty bags full of money getting dumped on the ground where they're just putting, you know.
Any of them have your name on it?
None of them had my name on it. It was all our money, but we just never saw it. But it was in Wausau that I saw it. I was like, oh, man, this is that story, you know, where you go in and there's bags of money. It was literally like hefty bags of money getting dumped on the floor. I was like, can I have just like $10? I mean, we just played in front of like 6,000 people, and they went nuts. Did I earn $10? You know, I mean.
For a while there, it was pretty crazy.
Let's talk quickly music. You guys obviously still touring on the new record, but you're already talking about some solo projects and also going back into the studio right away in October, or what?
Yes, we're going to the studio after this tour. I think we have 2 weeks off, and then we'll go right back in with Elvis Bassett in Florida and start writing a new album. And it's exciting because we've already, I guess, prepared a few songs that I think are very strong hitters that could possibly make it on the album, and that's half of the album's done already, I think.
Is that stuff that's left over from the other stuff, or all brand new?
All brand new stuff, yeah.
Now, you guys are also doing something. It's kind of cool to watch what bands do now to monetize themselves differently because, you know, the way that, you know, CDs don't sell anymore and people are not spending their money the same way. But you guys are doing a really cool VIP experience where people can come play Fly on the Wall. Tell me about that.
We did it last year at the studio, and it was interesting. The people get to come out the whole day and kind of see the process of what's going on at the time. Because in the studio you have yeah, and you have it's a schedule, so it depends on what time they come in and what day they come in. We could be doing guitars, we could be doing drums, we could be doing vocals, and who knows? But it's fun. They get to see what's going on. We get to eat dinner with them, and they see the process and hear a song over and over and over again, and realize that it's not as cool and glamorous as they think it is.
I'll tell you what we did do, though. We went up and did a writing session. Me and LeJean and John went up to Illinois and did a writing session a month ago.
Is that at the Attic?
Yes.
Yeah.
So, and it was like we go up there, and it was the weirdest thing. We go into this room, and we're in the mix. Like, we're writing the song to the point of where it's like, the three of us sitting there, and we're like, okay, all right, well, what about this? And LeJean says something. I'm like, okay, cool, and I write that. I'm like, okay, and what if we write this? And it's like dead silence while we're writing this out. And all of a sudden, I just turn around like this, and there's like 30 or 40 people in the room that are like this. And I'm like, is this cool? Because this would be boring to me to just sit there and watch these three dudes like whisper to each other, But then I thought about it. I was like, if they're really into our band like that, I don't know. I mean, if I was growing up with a band that I really liked and I could do that, it would be pretty amazing.
Yeah, I'd watch James Hetfield take a poop. I would just happily watch that and just be like, oh, there you go. You got it, buddy. Good for you. But so.
That'd be $1,000. Thank you.
Yeah, 1,000. I mean, you're selling them cheap there. I think that would cost a little more. But all right, Sevendust tonight at the Cab. It's going to be a kick-ass time. I can't wait to see you guys. Area 51, are you storming?
Yes.
What are we expecting? Are we clapping alien cheeks or what's going on in there?
I have a buddy that has a bomb shelter with about 100 guns, and he's already invited me and my family there, so that's where I'll be.
All right, it sounds like a good idea in theory, but you get there and the military's got 50 cals, and it's probably not going to work out. Are you storming Area 51?
All I would do is look at sports, so I didn't even know that this shit was even happening. I'm like, dude, I'm like all into the aliens. What's going on? They're like, people are talking about storming Area 51. I'm like, oh my god.
You think it's gonna happen?
I think that there's going to be like 40 people out there with man buns, and they're just going to, get told to turn around and get out of here. Right. I don't honestly think a lot of Instagram influencer people.
Who was the artist that said that if he got like 5 million likes or something, he would perform at the? Was it like? It wasn't Drake, but it was a rapper, I think.
Was it The Weeknd or Chance the Rapper or somebody? It might have been.
Chance the Rapper. It might have been him, but I heard something like that. Like I said, I'm just watching, the Yankees go on the IL.
All right. Don't talk about the Yankees. You just destroyed my Red Sox.
Oh God, he's a Red Sox.
I am. So
my damn Twitter. Oh my God.
Now that I've broken that, it would be remiss if I didn't ask someone who's from the South to talk about 28-3. Tell me about it. How did that feel?
What's that?
Patriots, Falcons.
No, it's more. I live in Kansas.
I went to Houston for that, and so we're there. That was a really bad weekend. Like, I mean, that was another manager weekend too, where it's like, yeah, baby, we're gonna get paid. We just did all these shows at the end of the year. You remember this? Yeah. It's like, we're gonna get paid, man. This is awesome. All of a sudden you get an email that says we need all the band members and the wives on a conference call, and I'm looking at it going, when they put the hands on the phone, that means it's money and it ain't good. But yeah, I was at the game, so I'm really a Buck fan, but I do like the Falcons, and I remember people saying, getting real loud when it was 28-3. They were getting really, really excited about it, and I'm like, man, you never know, man.
My wife apologized to me at halftime. She says, because they were down, I think, 21 points or something. And she's like, I'm so sorry. And I'm like, whatever, we've got 4. It's cool. I'm like, they'll make some adjustments. They'll come. And then they came out, and it still stunk. And then I don't know how it happened, but
That's crazy.
Biggest meltdown
Buck wild.
I've ever seen, ever.
Well, thanks for taking a few minutes to talk to me, guys. Appreciate it. LJ, always great to see you. Morgan, always great to see you. Sevendust tonight at the Cab. Can't wait.